Great. So what I want to accomplish is I want to show you what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm going to show you, I'll tell you a little bit about why I'm doing it and how we make money. Okay?
Great.
But before I get to all of that, tell me a little bit about yourself. So what do you do about your family, or what?
Well, I have 2 girls, and I'm married, and I'm a coach. I've been coaching for a lot of years.
Great.
I'm a PE coach. I'm also an after-school coach.
Fantastic. And where do you live?
I live in Odessa, Texas.
Okay, great. And what is you're married? And
Yes, I'm married.
What is your spouse's name?
Manny Salazar.
Oh yeah, I might know him. I might have heard of him before.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, absolutely. And what does he do?
He actually works for Chevron.
Okay, now great. You guys, we're going back to as if it was before she found out about Ambit Energy. Okay, we're going back.
Role
in
play.
time. All right. Okay, great. And what does he do there exactly?
He's a project manager designer.
Okay, great. And how have you always lived in Odessa? You said. Is that what it is?
Actually, since I was 3 years old. Yes.
Wow. Oh, so you're basically born and raised there.
Yes.
And how about your husband? Was he from Texas originally?
He's actually from Denver City, in the Hobbs area.
Okay, great.
Lived there since he was young, also in Odessa.
Oh, fantastic. And so let me ask you this: what do you guys like to do as far as things when you're not working and things like that? What do you like to do with your family?
Well, we love sports. My girls have always played volleyball and basketball, but they're into sports, and they played volleyball for college, both of them.
Yeah.
So we've been a lot of sports, and we just like to do a lot of outdoor things, and just enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you get a lot of time to do that?
No, because I'm coaching all the time. My husband works anywhere from, 60 to 80 hours a week. He works out of town, and then, of course, I'm coaching, so I not only have my kids that I'm coaching at the school, but I'm also watching my girls play, and, it's just hard. It's hard we're passing each other by, really. That's what we're doing.
Absolutely. Okay, well, I understand that. Well, hey, I appreciate you sharing that with me, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about why I started a part-time business with Ambit Energy. It was a few years ago. I was like 2 payments behind on my electricity bill. The economy was tough. And a good friend of mine asked me to take a look at Ambit just to give him my opinion on it. And I found a way on a part-time basis that I could change things for myself and my family, and not only retire my wife from a 70-hour work week as a daycare provider, but also to put some money away for our granddaughter's college fund.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
that's very interesting.
So that's why I started the business. So let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing. So have you ever seen this magazine? This is a copy of Success Magazine, Success from Home Magazine. Have you ever
I think I've heard of it, but I've never seen one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, these are all of my business partners that I work with in the area here.
Oh, wow.
And you may know some of these people, or you may have met them before, I'm not really sure, but this magazine is written by Success Magazine about Ambit Energy. It's not actually an Ambit Energy publication.
Oh, okay.
And what they do is they've kind of showcased a lot of different lifestyles and things of people that are involved in this business. And these are 2 of our leaders right here. This is Jerry Thompson. His family started 7-Eleven.
Oh, really?
Heard about that
Oh,
before?
yes.
Yeah, have you ever had a Slurpee?
Yes, I have.
Okay,
Yes, I
well,
have.
absolutely.
My kids have plenty.
And amazingly, this company actually now this was on newsstands like in Barnes & Noble.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
And this is my business partner right here. His name is Jeff Rollins. He's on the
okay.
cover of the magazine.
Wow.
Have you ever met anybody on the cover of a national
not at all.
publication? So obviously things are going well.
Yes.
Okay.
It looks like it.
I'm just plugging into a system and following success. They actually put this DVD that I'm about to show you, this video, inside this magazine. And there's articles over and over and over again through this magazine about all different people from all walks of life. And I've even seen articles about this couple. I think they're on page 58, if I'm not mistaken. You might know them. It's Manny and Rosella Salazar. They look kind of like you guys, so. Just playing around with you guys.
Is that a future? That was a future app.
So what I wanted to do is tell you a little bit about the company. This is some credibility and things like that. This is an article where it talked about Ambit Energy being the fastest growing privately held company in all of America. An incredible thing. And you've heard of J.D. Power and Associates. Have you heard of them before?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Yeah, they pretty much rank like everything from air conditioners to vacations to companies to.
My husband would be interested in stuff like that. He's very into numbers and
he's a
statistics.
research kind of person?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, this is just an article to let you know that Ambit's one of the top companies, if not the top company in the energy market, ranked by J.D. Power and Associates. So there's a bunch of other accolades here too, the A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and a whole bunch of other things as well. So what I'll do is I'll show you this video and then talk to you a little bit about how we make money.
Okay.
That be good? Okay,
Sure.
great. So now I'll play the video. and whatever video you're using. And look, as long as they can hear it, all the videos are good. Use whatever's good and whatever you like, that's fine. I love the Ambit Energy video that shows, Energy 526 with the guy walking through, telling the story about the company. I love for people to hear Jerry and Chris, the story where that 2 or 3 minute video of the woman asking questions to Jerry and Chris, where Chris Chambliss is like, it's slower, it's harder, but at the end, I think it's worth it. It's a great video. All right, so we play the video. Now, when it gets to free energy, I'm going to pause whatever video you're showing at free energy. You need to pause it there. This is when you take out your free energy check that you show. So Rosella, this is a copy of my wife. This is our energy bill at our home here in Connecticut. And you can see that we have an electricity bill based on that free energy program we referred some customers about 5 years ago. And we've been getting free energy ever since.
Wow. Free?
So,
Did you say free?
Yeah, we've been getting free. Our
every
rate
month?
is basically zero ever since then for 5 years.
I've never heard of that.
Why? Do you still pay for electricity?
Yes, I do. I'm actually with, you've probably heard of TXU, right?
Yeah, I've heard them before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've been
absolutely.
with them for a long time, so
Okay,
that's who we
okay.
pay.
Well, why would you do that? That's like really.
We need electricity, though. I mean, you have to have electricity.
Yeah, definitely. Paying for it is so turn of the century, though. It's like really old. Anyway.
Right.
So we'll definitely, what the worst thing that's going to happen out of this meeting is we eliminate your electricity bill for the rest of your life. That's the worst thing that's going to happen.
That's good information.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
So that's how the free energy works. You can see we get a rebate check in our town, because of where we are. So you can see that whatever our supply
Yes.
portion of our bill is, we get that amount there. It's because I
That's a
referred my
lot of
mother
money
and
back
father.
in your, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
to go
we've
back
been,
to.
yeah, exactly. We've been taking that money and putting that $100 or $200 a month away for our granddaughter's college fund. So Ambit Energy is actually going to pay for our granddaughter's college fund because right now she's only 7, and we've been putting money into that thing for 5 years now.
Wow.
So by the time she's 18,
That's
I think we've got
good.
that thing almost knocked out with interest and smart investments.
That's amazing.
All right, so
That's amazing.
now I'll show you how the money works.
Okay.
Okay, so we play the rest of the video. She sees the entire video. You guys can follow along. This is just a pattern. Look, you don't have to do this exactly verbatim. We're not trying to teach people to be robots, but I'm just showing you that there's a way to talk to people when you show this plan, okay? So the video is over now. So Rosella, can you see why I'm so excited about that?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
I see there's a
absolutely.
lot of good information that you've shared.
Yeah, that's great. Did it make sense to you?
Oh, yes.
Well, great. So are you ready to get started?
Well, as I said before, I'm a PE coach all day. I do after school, I coach volleyball, coach basketball, track, and the seasons run right into each other. So, and then I also have daughters that play sports, so I'm having to, a lot of time going different directions. And of course, I have a husband I have to take care of. So I just don't know where I'm really going to fit the time. And I mean, there's a lot of information that you say y'all do, and I just don't know if I can fit this time in.
Okay. So in addition to the time, is there anything else that would stop you from joining Ambit Energy as a consultant?
Well, I would have to ask and talk to my husband, because he's a very numbers person, very statistics. He'd probably look at the compensation plan and really break it down.
Well, fantastic. Okay. So let me ask you this. And you guys, I'm going to tell you one thing. I forgot to add something right at the beginning of this, okay? On the agenda, I always talk to people about how I'm going to connect them with one of my business partners before I even start the presentation. I forgot to do that right at the beginning. I apologize for that. So Rosella would actually have already heard me say, hey, listen, I told one of my business partners who's on the cover of Success Magazine, or one of my business partners that I'm working with, my friends or whatever it is, I told him that I was going to be meeting with you, and you need to hear his story because it's really compelling. Okay? So that's usually what I do up front, and I apologize that I didn't do that at the beginning. But Rosella, so let me ask you this. I know we talked about money and stuff like that, and you're thinking about time. So there must be some reason why you're thinking about it. Maybe you don't have enough time, but if you did have enough time, let's say that time and money no longer mattered in your life. Okay? So you had all the time and all the money that you wanted in your life right now. What would you be doing with your time? Would you still be working where you're working, or would
No.
you be doing something else?
No, I'd be doing something else.
What would that be?
I would be enjoying my husband. I would be enjoying my kids, my girls. Actually, not just passing them by just like I am my husband. I would actually be being there for not only the sports, but also the family time that we would have together.
Okay.
Because that's what we're not getting, is the
Yeah.
family time together.
Yeah, I see. Would you do your job for free because you didn't need the money anymore?
No, but I would volunteer.
Okay.
Because I love to coach.
Okay, so you'd volunteer as a coach. All right, fantastic. All right, so look, I'm not sure we can handle the money, the time objection for you, or whatever it is, if we can handle that time factor for you. But if we could, and we could get that knocked out for you, and you could fit it into your time schedule, would it be something that would help you move forward with Ambit Energy and be able to have the time freedom to spend with your kids?
I think it'd be something really to look into. And again, I would definitely have to talk to my husband about it.
Okay, all right, great. So in addition to talking to your husband about it, is there anything else? Time and talking to your husband.
I think, no.
Okay, all right,
I don't
great.
think so.
So what I'm going to do is, I told you I had my friend Doug Parker. He's very successful in this business. He's won numerous awards with the company, and he knows more about this business than anybody, and he's capable of answering any questions that you might have. I'm not sure if he can answer yours or not, but we'll see.
Okay.
So let me get my friend Doug on the phone. You got to hear his story. It's a really compelling story. So I dial up right now. So ring, ring.
Ring, ring, this is Doug.
Hey, Doug, it's Tony. How are you?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Doug, I'm doing great. Hey, I appreciate you picking up. I know you're really busy with time, and I can't believe I even caught you. But I remember I mentioned I was going to be meeting with Rosella here at Starbucks for coffee. We just took a look at the video and found out a little bit about what she's looking to do. She's looking to spend more time with her family, and she loves coaching. She's very passionate about that. She said she would actually do it for free and volunteer if she never even needed, time or money in her life again. Cool. So she's really passionate about it. She's a